specific place I'm supposed to sit?
I think you're leading this particular thing, so I would say in the middle.
Okay.
Just like, in front of the one or both of those two microphones.
Okay, sounds good.
In the desk there. That's what I would do.
Mhm.
Yeah.
My about this very last minute. So what, do you know, for the rest of the service works? But, I'm not quite sure the logistics of all of this.
Just check with Sarah.
Okay, sounds good.
Or Heath.
Mm-hmm.
Or both.
Okay.
Yeah. What key do you do with Zoom?
Normally I do people one.
Okay. Do you want us to play or not to play?
I'm good with anything.
Okay.
Yeah. But I don't do everything.
Okay. Says play.
It does?
But it's not strictly about music, it's kind of just about This is better now?
It was better, it was good when you started. It's good now.
Okay. So that thing is roughly fade.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
so much better than me.
Well,
That's what I think.
12 years ago. I went to the Fish concert.
Shabbat Shalom.
Everyone's having fun out in the foyer, but I think once we start singing, they'll
Snacks are
know.
flying off the tray.
I know it's hard to say no to the snacks.
Sing some words of Pnei Matov.
Yeah, let's sing.
All right. If you're in here, you have to sing loudly. If you're out there, you have to sing loudly too.
Hine ma tovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov. Uva manayim. Oy 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 shevet achim gam yachad. Shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov. Uma manayim. Oy 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 shevet achim gam yachad. Shevet achim gam yachad. Shevet achim gam yachad. Shevet achim gam yachad.
Well, Shabbat Shalom, everyone. It is so good to see you. I know that our folks in the foyer are making their way in as we gather on this beautiful, warm spring Shabbat and Earth Day as well. Certainly a lot to celebrate. As we know in Jewish tradition, Judaism and the world around us are deeply connected. And we just actually celebrated our holiday of spring, Passover, which the rabbis actually recognize it's so important that our holidays remain connected to the seasons that they're connected to, that we actually inflate and deflate the calendar based on the way the year flows, so that our holidays don't become too far malaligned with the seasons that they're connected to. So Passover is always meant to be in the spring. The high holy days are always meant to be somewhere in the fall, even if they move early or late. And so we as a people are deeply tied to this planet, to the earth around us, and to the air that we breathe. And certainly it's so lovely that we have this beautiful, warm, sunny spring day. So as we start our service, it's important that we know who we're praying with. So I'm going to invite you to turn around to someone that you didn't walk in with tonight, offer them a Shabbat Shalom, maybe share your name, and one sweet thing from this past week that you're bringing with you into Shabbat.
Ozi V'Zimrat Yah. Let's do Ozi V'Zimrat Yah. We're going to keep singing. We're not quite ready. So we're going to sing Ozi V'Zimrat Yah. God is my strength and my song. You can sing La La La, or if we find the page number, it's in here
Page
somewhere.
343.
343, thank you.
As we continue with kindling our Shabbat lights, we bring a little extra light into this beautiful and bright day. We'll call up our bat mitzvah, Stella Kavionis, along with her family, Alice Kavionis, Micah Kavionis, Henry, and Nancy, to lead us in lighting the Shabbat candles. The blessing is on page 2 or 120.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu.
Stella, I'll have you come over and lead us in Kiddush, page 5 or 123, and have your family come and stand right behind her.
Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kishanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, b'shabbat kodsho, be'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu, zikaron lema'aseh bereshit, ki hu yom tehila lemikrae kodesh, zecher letziyat Mitzrayim, ki banu b'charta ve'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim, b'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava uvratzon inchaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadeshenu Shabbat. Good job. Mazel tov, guys.
Continue our service, page 20 or 138, with the words of Lecha Dodi. We'll sing verses 1, 2, 5, and 9. Page 28 or 146, our call to worship, words of Baruch Hu. words, Ahavat Olam, certainly mean that one translation is a love that is everlasting. It's no coincidence, though, that Olam means both forever and world. This idea that the world around us, perhaps if we travel far enough, could go on forever, and if we treat it well. So we'll sing these words of love, page 32 or 150. Page 34.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed.
Can be seated on page 36 or 154. We call up next week's Bat Mitzvah, Sydney Nachman, hello, to lead us in Be'ahavta. Didn't see you come up here.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם להיות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות
lachem Elohim.
Ani Adonai Elohechem.
Adonai Elohechem emet. The song of our freedom, the song of redemption. Micha Mocha, page 40. Sing the words of Hashkivenu, our nighttime prayer. They're on the song sheet in front of you if you have one of the ones that Rabbi Weissman has. And if you don't, you might know the words already, or you can make them up for all as we care. We'll sing this nighttime prayer out loud together.
Side A, number 3. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, l'shalom, v'hamidenu malkeinu l'chaim. Ufos aleinu sukat shlomecha, ufos aleinu sukat shlomecha.
The people of Israel shall keep Shabbat, observing Shabbat throughout the ages as a covenant for all time. It is a sign for all time between me and the people of Israel. For in 6 days Adonai made heaven and earth, and on the seventh day God ceased from work and was refreshed. Ribono shel olam, Master of the universe, Asher biyado nefesh kol chai, in whose hand is the breath of all life, veruach kol basar ish, and the soul of every person. Grant us the gift of Shabbat, a day of rest from all our labors. With all of our senses may we perceive the glory of your works. Fill us with your goodness, that we may attest to your great deeds. Strengthen us to become your faithful partners, preserving the world for the sake of future generations. May it be your will, Adonai, our God and God of our ancestors, to renew your blessing for the world, in our day as you have done from the beginning of time. If you're able, I invite you to rise as we begin the Amidah on page 46.
Yeah.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu ve'imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'konei Hakol, V'zocher Chasdei Avot v'Imahot, U'mevi Geula Livnei V'neihem, Leman Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshia U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, Ve'ezrat Sarah, Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechayei Hakol atah, Rav Lehoshia, Morid Hatal, Mechalkel Chaim V'Chesed, Mechayei Hakol Berachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim V'Rofech Olim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayem Emunato, Lishenei Afar, Michamocha Bal Gevurot, Umido Melach, Melech Mimit Umechaye, Umatzmiach Yeshua, V'ne'eman atah lahachayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayei hakol. Page 52, you are holy, your name is holy, and those who are holy praise you every day. Blessed are you, Adonai, the holy God.
I'm going to teach you guys today a song called Song for the Divine Mother of the Universe, or as it's more affectionately referred to, Sweet Mother. I really like this song because it's one of the only songs I've heard of in Jewish literature that refers to God as a woman, which I think is pretty cool. And also, a lot of the imagery in the song mirrors the comforting idea of Mother Nature, so I thought it'd be pretty fitting for Earth Day Shabbat. So how this song works is the whole thing's a repeat after me. So I'll sing a line, and then you guys will sing a line, and we'll go through the verses and the chorus. Does that sound good? Okay.
Thank you so much, Mal. We so appreciate it. I saw the band, they want to jam with you more often. I think, is that fair? So, totally so. As Mal so beautifully introduced for our community, we are celebrating an Earth Day Shabbat. How wonderful that our sacred day of rest, where we can be the tiller and tenders of this environment, also falls on Shabbat, as we welcome in this day where we have the opportunity to reflect and to be with one another, to know that we are also living on this sacred planet. Our high schoolers, or some of our high schoolers, led by Lauren Bone. Lauren, raise your hand, who's one of our Beth Am educators working on where our high schoolers have recently finished a unit with our Dayenu Circle, our Beth Am commitment to environmental responsibility and environmental justice. Many of you know about our Dayenu Circle. Some of the leaders of our Dayenu Circle are here, including Irene, who helped lead this curriculum. And this curriculum this year was really focused on our responsibility and the Jewish connection between the land and water and Judaism. And with that in mind, we've invited one of those high schoolers who just finished that curriculum, Daniel Kafka, to come forward and offer a reflection on this Earth Day. So no doubt it's so great to hear our talented high schoolers both as speakers and as musicians. Thank you, Daniel.
Or whatever. We've had a lot of rain this year. It's my kind of weather. With that, we'll have a lot of growth that will seemingly be abandoned the following years by the floods that birthed them, leaving behind more kindling than we've had in a long while. That is assuming that the future holds what the past has held, which is the trend of turning California slowly into Arizona. And I could argue it was always a bad idea to build civilization in such an arid climate. Agriculture and stationary life tends to deplete the nutrients of the soil of a land. Egypt, Iraq, Israel used to be much more luscious places before thousands of years of farming, grazing, and housing. But Earth can heal with our efforts. After all, that's what my grandmothers loved to see so much with the regreening of the Negev. But most places can't spare that kind of effort at the cost of capital, though. California, like Israel, is not most places. We have the power to manipulate water and wealth to fund such environment-changing projects. But it is easier to turn Bedouin-inhabited desert into fields of green than to turn suburbs into marshlands and farms into prairies. Because people don't like to give up their land, and landowners put up a fight. In California, we've had a few different kinds of water rights. Access to water because you own the land bordering the water source, a template we've copied from our eastern states, and the I'm here first, it's mine rights established by the gold miners who had more control over their land than the government could have a say in. And in the end, California went with that entrepreneurial spirit and encoded in the California state constitution that water usage in our state must be beneficial. And because of that, California tends to dole out water rights to users they deem productive. I find that troublesome because beneficial can mean a lot of things, and it seems easy to see how a politician might believe that economic growth is more beneficial than, say, environmental sustainability. And hey, we're a big economy. We grow fruits and vegetables and nuts when we're not exporting software. I learned as part of the Dayenu Circle elective that was offered during our high school programming that California grows 99% of America's almonds and pistachios, the two nuts mentioned in the Torah. And I also learned that nuts take a heck of a lot of water to grow. And like a lot of farming is mostly happening in the Central Valley, our part of California most vulnerable to turning into the Negev. I don't mean to focus too much on farming. It's fun to think about food. It just seems that we've smothered our California with concrete and crops, which makes it harder to keep the rainwater that's coming to us. And then we built a lot of big industries that take up all the rainwater that decides to stick around. Bottom line is, even without gas emissions and their climate changes, we are heading towards California becoming a more unlivable place. And if we aren't going to draw back human usage of California, Adonai is going to force us to. So let's plant some, drought-resistant plants, give chunks of California back to nature, and maybe those native Californians who are so eager to give another chance at stewardship and find a way to have our Californian society's well-being more tied to that of the Earth's. Thank you so much for our Dayenu Circle, who I assumed would be standing up here with me. Could anyone active in any kind of Dayenu Circle thing, stand up for me, please? Okay. Thank you so much. You've taught me so many facts about California's waters, and it's just a much more controllable situation than global emissions. And you're the exact kind of temple mobilization that we need to fill California and Betham's souls with the roots needed to hold us all together going forward.
Thank you, Daniel, and thank you to the entire Dayenu team, to all of the other high schoolers that were part of that elective. If you're interested in becoming part of the Betham's commitment to the environment, interested in learning about our Dayenu work, whether it's through advocacy or study or through direct service, there's different ways you can find all of that information on the Betham webpage. We'll turn to our prayer for healing on page 253. As we offer these words of renewal of body, renewal of spirit, we think of those in our community in need of healing, specifically Jerry Behar, Susan Carlson, Diane Denenberg, John Devine, Rudy Andrizi, Norma Etten, Marty Gelman, Selena Glader, Valerie Goss, Moritz Huppert, Donald Korn, Jordan Leon, Susan Marks, Megan Martinez, Barbara Nachman, Judith Ovadia, Sophia Palisban, Peter, Rabbi Lori Phillips, Roberta Rudman, Gary Silver, Stephen Avraham Simon, David Baruch Ben Simona, Lisa Spangler, Sandy Spector, Julie Sutcliffe, Len Williams, and Katie Wilson. If you're offering healing prayers tonight, I invite you to share their name out loud, whether you're here in person or streaming.
renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
We are in the period of the counting of the Omer, the period between Passover and Shavuot, as we do our countdown or our count up to Shavuot when we celebrate the receiving of Torah on Mount Sinai. And so we'll turn to page 278 or 570 in our prayer books, and we will recite the blessing in the middle of the page and announce the day. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al sfirat ha'omer. Our praise to you, Adonai, sovereign of all, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to count the Omer. Hayom sheish esrei yom, shehem shnei shavuot u'shnei yamim la'omer. Today is the 16th day, which is 2 weeks and 2 days of the Omer. We'll turn now to Aleinu L'Shabeach, page 282 or 586. If you're able, please rise.
That was hard.
Aleinu L'Shabeach L'Adon HaKol, L'Teit Gedula L'Yotzer Bereshit, Shalom. Shelo sam chelkinu kahem, v'gor aleinu kechol hamonam, v'anachnu korim u'mishtachavim u'modim lifnei melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch. 287. V'nemar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz bayom hahu yiyeh Adonai echad u'shemo Please be seated. We'll prepare for the prayer of memory. Let's turn to page 290 or 594. Actually, let's turn to page 291, 595. The words of Chana Senesh. There are stars up above. So far away we only see their light long, long after the star itself is gone. And so it is with people that we loved. Their memories keep shining ever brightly, though their time with us is done. But the stars that light up the darkest night, these are the lights that guide us. As we live our days, these are the ways we remember. As I say the name of your loved one, I invite you to rise in their honor. We'll then invite others who are remembering someone to share their names, and then we'll all rise to recite the words of Kaddish. We are in the period of Shloshim, the first 30 days of mourning, for Marlene Riebman, Joseph Jarzinka, Elaine Hogan, Irene Shanes, and Lucia Cassius. And we're observing the yahrzeit, the anniversary of death, this week of Roberta Lynn Berger Bernstein, Nathan Besson, Avram Budak, Eleanor Clarfield Toberoff, Milton Cohen, Moselle Cohen, Jerry Cooper, Charles Joseph Cope, Phyllis Greenwald Eldrucker, Evelyn Ettinger, Mitzi Fetterman, Robert Friedenthal, Stanley Fromkes, Galila Goali, Donald Goldrosen, Herman Gordon, Mildred Salter Gordon, Patricia Gordon, Richard Grossman, Vera Grossman, Reuben Gull, Nancy Harmelin, Arlene Healy, David Dreyfus Hinden, Dorothy Hirsch, Leah Janklau, Helen King, Selma Kleinfeld, Gita Kurland, Jeffrey Lane, Sylvia Lehrman, Minnie Levins, Shirley Lipp, Helen Lott, Emmanuel Mencken, Donald Mann, Ronald Marks, Hyman Mencher, Edward Mermelstein, Sonia Merzer, Evelyn Miller, Joseph Nabutovsky, Lillian Naiman, Morris Grevich, Mariam Nowalt, Gary Siegel Polovoy, Kate Rabin, Marianne Romani, Irving Rosenblum, Judy Rosenthal, Edward Sack, Paul Sack, Ted Sachs, Emily Schatz, Louis Schneider, Sam Seidman, Herman Shapiro, May Silver, Stephen Simon, Joseph Skirpin, Samuel Sussman, Tammy Trost, Asya Vinnick, Sylvia Louise Wasserman, and Lillian Fried Yamins. There's someone else that I haven't mentioned. Please rise and share their names with us. May their memories be a blessing. We turn to page 294 or 598 and rise for Mourner's Kaddish. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, ve'alma divra chirutei v'amlich malchutei, v'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala uv'izman kariv imru amen. Yehei shemei rabbah mevarach le'olam olamei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar, v'yitaleh, v'yithalal, shemei dekudsha b'richu. La'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn and comfort to all who are bereaved. Together we say. Amen. Just a couple of short announcements before we join together in our closing song. Our April Tzedakah box is going to Ecumenical Hunger Program, which is a longtime friend of Betham. It's their mission to provide compassionate, dignified, and practical assistance to families and individuals experiencing economic and personal hardship. You can donate in the foyer in the big tzedakah box if you have money on Shabbat. And if you don't carry money on Shabbat, you can donate on our website or Venmo Beth-Am. We hope you will be generous. We'd like to thank our wonderful musicians, Ken, Beiri, and Fred. As always, wonderful to have you with us. And our special guests, Mal Weisfeld and Daniel Kavka. And in case you were hoping that we were going to be celebrating Israel tonight, Yom HaAtzmaut is Tuesday night. We're going to be celebrating a lot next week. So I hope you'll join us for our communal Yom HaAtzmaut celebration at Kol Hamed on Tuesday at 7. And then on Friday night, we'll be joined by our Zimriyah, our junior choir, and a good time will be had by all. So we will close with a prayer for peace. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu.
Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam. Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam. Shalom Aleinu. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Ve'al Kulam. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Ve'al Kulam. Salam Aleinu ve'al Olam. Salam Shalom. Salam Aleinu ve'al Olam. Salam Shalom. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Ve'al Kulam.
I forgot to welcome Rabbi Gary Greenebaum, who's here from Southern California. He's been helping the team and the board during this time of transition, and usually we see him in a little box, so it's very nice to see you in 3 dimensions. You please say hi to Gary.
And standing next to Gary Greenman is Barbara Lusky, who is going on a major adventure tomorrow, hiking the Shvil Yisrael, which is the Appalachian Trail of Israel, and she is off there tomorrow, so Nisiat Tova, have a wonderful time, Barbara. So.
And standing next to her, I'm just kidding. I'm not kidding. All right.
Let's bless some challah. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom.
Great town jamming with these guys.
Say Shalom Limroma. Say Shalom Aleinu. Ve'al Yisrael. La 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 la. La la la